everybody. How are you? Welcome to day 8 of the 30 Days of Transformations. Okay, so what is this? This is 30 days. It's a 30-day challenge for me and for you. Let me explain. The challenge for me is to come on here live for 30 days straight and tell you about a transformation that I have gone through as I've learned to love my body. Some of these are big, some of these are small, but they are all personal transformations I've gone through. And the challenge for you is that every single day, I'm giving you a task. I'm giving you an action step, something that you can do to take a step towards the exact same transformation I've taken. All right? Because learning to love your body is not about going from here to here. It's about going from here to here to here to here. It's baby steps. And these transformations and these action steps I'm giving you, these are some of those baby steps. So the action steps are things like journaling, prompts, affirmations, all sorts of different things. They're all short. They're all just kind of 5-minute little things, but they're all things that will help you. Up until this point, some of these are on my personal page. Some of these are on my business page. They're jumping around, but I'll always tell you where they're happening. Okay? So today is day 8, and our topic today is mindfulness and meditation. Now, if you know me, you know that I talk about meditating all the time. It's something that I haven't been doing very long. I thought about it today, and I started in May of 2016, so 2.5 years, which in the grand scheme of my life is not very long at all, right? And the whole thing is like, I never used to get it. I just didn't get it. I mean, I've been doing yoga for years. I started yoga when I was, I think, 20 or 21, but I just didn't get meditation. I didn't understand. Number one, I didn't get what it was. I assumed it had something to do with religion. And I didn't understand why you would just sit there and do nothing. Like, it just seemed really boring. And of course, now I know, number one, meditation does not necessarily have to have anything to do with religion. And it's actually not boring at all. It's actually really incredible. So the cool thing about meditation as far as your body love journey, there's a few different ways that you can kind of look at this, and all of these ways are going to help you get there. So number one is, even if you don't feel like you're meditating, even if you sit down, you create the space, and you sit and you close your eyes and you don't feel like you're meditating, you're like, what is happening? Why am I sitting here? You're still basically giving yourself what I like to call a self-care timeout. Right? You're still designating 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 15 minutes in your day, which is, meditation really is self-care. You're designating that you're giving yourself a self-care timeout, right? Like, wouldn't you love to have 5 or 10 or 15 minutes of uninterrupted me time where you actually felt like you were being productive? You're doing something off of your to-do list, so to speak, right? You are doing your self-care. So even if you're not meditating, even if you don't feel like mentally you're getting into that space, it's still really useful. It's still a mental timeout. You're still taking a step back from life. You're still sitting down. You're still calming your body. So there's some really great benefits just in that. Literally, if that's all you do, you're still getting some really great benefits from it. Because self-care in general, self-care is part of loving your body. I always say, when you learn to love your body, you want to take care of it. You want to do everything that you can for your body because you love it. And part of doing everything you can for your body is taking really good care of it, right? Really, we always talk about healthy food and getting enough sleep and speaking kindly to it and doing things that you really enjoy and have fun with. And self-care, meditation, right? It's part of loving yourself, taking care of yourself. The next way that meditation really has changed or impacted my body love transformation is that it really changed how I see my negative thought patterns and my self-talk. Okay, so by the way, if you don't know what meditation is, I guess that would be helpful if I explained. So I practice mindfulness meditation. And what that is generally I do a guided meditation, so I'm not sitting in silence, I'm not chanting. You sit and there's somebody, you listen to a guided meditation and they lead you through And generally you're focusing on your breath. Sometimes you'll do a body scan where you focus on different areas of your body. Sometimes, there's lots of different ways that you can do it. But essentially, all these different things are a way for you to tune out the mental chatter and tune into the present moment. And by tuning out the mental chatter, you become acutely aware of it. Not like getting caught up in it, but just you see it because it bombards you, right? It's like, think about me, think about me, think about me. And the fact is that I still do, I'm human, we all have negative thought patterns that we get kind of sucked into. And being in that space where you become acutely aware of your thought patterns, of what's coming at you, you really start becoming aware of kind of the good stuff, the negative stuff, things that maybe you're not so happy about. This is really one huge reason why meditation is part of the Body Love Bootcamp. That's because it plays such an integral part in my body love journey, and I know that it can help you too, right? Learning to love your body is like 99%. It's a mental game. It's in your head. So any tool that's really going to be effective at shifting your mindset or getting you aware of what's happening in your head is really powerful. And the third way that meditating really has impacted my body love journey is that when you're meditating, you are here. You are in the present moment. You are not sad about what's happened in the past. You're not mulling things over. You're not playing that one scenario over in your head 1,000 times. And you're not worrying about the future. You're not on your to-do list. There's no anxiety. You literally are here. You're here. And when you're here, in this present moment, there is no room for, like I said, there's no room for worry, for anxiety, hatred, unhappiness. You're here. And that's what it is. And calming your mind and really bringing yourself to the present is not an easy thing to do. Okay, like I said, I've been doing this about 2.5 years now. Some days still I sit down and at the end of my sit, I'm like, well, that wasn't anything, but it was. Because you're honing that muscle. Your mind is like a muscle. And I shouldn't say not your mind, but your ability to tune into your body and tune out your thoughts. It's a muscle. Mindfulness is a muscle. The more you do it, even if it doesn't feel like you're doing anything, the more you do it, the better you get at it. So the fact is that when you meditate and you're not worried about the past or the future or this or this or this or this or this, you are able to just really be. And it is in the present moment that you've learned to love yourself. You don't learn to love yourself 10 years ago. You don't learn to love yourself in a month. You learn to love yourself moment by moment by moment by moment. And that is how meditation and mindfulness seriously has changed my life and has had a massive impact on my own body image and on this journey that I've been on. And really, I always just like to ask, is this something that you struggle with? Do you struggle with calming your mind? Do you struggle with coming to the present? And I would bet if you are like 99.9% of people, the answer is yes, you do. And the thing is, if you struggle with this, the more you struggle with it, the more you probably need it. If you sit and you feel like your mind is racing and it's everywhere and there's like thoughts like ding, 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 pinging off the walls of your head, and we call that monkey mind, by the way, there is a term for it, and you're just everywhere, you probably will benefit the most from meditation because you learn to quiet that. So if you really struggle with calming your mind, I really want to encourage you to try this. If you want to learn how to love your body and you want to learn how to calm those negative thoughts, I encourage you to try this. If you want to really just tune in with yourself and connect to yourself on a completely different level than you otherwise do, I encourage you to try this. Meditation is incredible, and it's not something that you master in a day or a week or a year or even a decade for some people. It's an evolution. It's a journey. So your homework for today is to meditate, to sit for like 5 minutes or 10 minutes and follow a guided meditation. And I want you to do this within 24 hours of watching this video. All right? I am going to post, I'm going to post a couple of links. All right? I'm going to give you some suggestions of where to go. Number one, YouTube. YouTube is like incredible. You literally can just search 5-minute guided meditation and you'll have like hundreds, thousands come up. Another really great resource, and this is the one that I generally use most days, it's an app, it's called Calm, C-A-L-M. And it's really just about, there's all different types of meditations. There's a free version and there's a paid version. I had the free version forever before I upgraded. Try it. All right, download it. You've got nothing to lose. You pop your headphones in, you sit for 10 minutes. It's incredible. And it really is for beginners, right? Like it leads you through, it teaches you how to do it. Because if you can learn to do this, it will change your life. And as you learn to love your body, meditation will be a tool that you will find so useful. All right? All right. So that's your homework. Are you game? Are you going to try it? I hope you do. I'll see you tomorrow for day 9. Have a good